Happy Tuesday. What the heck? Thought I saw something. You know, thought my hood was flipping up. No, it's just I don't drive enough, so, you know, when I see anything out, it's like everything moving in the car feels like unnatural because I'm not used to getting in the car and driving anymore. Like that old guy, you don't want to see me going down the road. At least they put lines on the road after they, you know, re-rocked it here so I can keep it between the ditch and the middle center line. Anyway, it is Tuesday, September 10th, 2024, a day before 9/11, the big anniversary. You know, when the planes hit the buildings and changed the world and blah, 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 starts a series of the New Age War on Terror, which is basically a war on the population, war on the citizens. All terrorism is state-sponsored, just so you know. All right, enough of that rant. We've got the debate tonight, the big debate, and we're going to have Trump versus Kamala. She's stupid. Kamala's stupid. Yeah, it's the worst ever. Worst vice president ever. So, we got that going on. Last time we had a debate, which happened to be unprecedented. Before the primaries, before the candidate was selected, we had a debate. And it was so bad that Biden had to step down. And now we have Kamala and Trump. The best and the brightest that America has to offer. Or, I don't know, you can say the Dominican Republic or India has to offer. But that remains to be seen and discovered and unwound. So, I don't know what time. I think 8 o'clock tonight Central Time. I'm not sure when that's coming on. Maybe 9 o'clock. Who knows? I'll be watching Franny get in the way. No, I'll check it out and see. I don't expect much. I have low expectations. Trump is not a good debater. People think because he can talk a lot, he's really not a good debater. In the true sense of the word, not a Lincoln Douglas type situation. So I really don't expect much from the whole thing. I'm just looking to see if Kamala crashes and if she looks like a fool. If she does, then it's preordained for Trump, which I think it is anyway, because I think both sides want him to win, because they're going to have their way no matter what. The big players are going to be big players. They're going to be vampires, and they're going to keep vampiring, because that's what the vampires do. All right, let me get this set. Dog jumps out. Chases a ground squirrel. Neighbor shoots ground squirrel. Hopefully not dog. All right. So yeah, I don't have a lot of expectations. I think they want the printer to go burr. I think they want more money. I've said it many times on Hash It Out. Check it out Thursdays, 4 p.m. Central Time on Blind Dave's YouTube channel. I've said it many times that I think the next administration is going to take us to $15 trillion in debt. And right now we're around $36 trillion. And they're going to have a continuing resolution here in September to keep kicking the can, keep spending money, fix nothing, grandstanding. Thomas Massey from Kentucky illustrated that well. He says, I will not be a thespian in this speaker theater. I think it's the speaker's theater, Speaker of the House. I will not be a thespian on this vampire stage. Thespian, that's refers to Thespis, because reportedly that was the first person that stood up on stage and spoke. Thespis, you know, so the first actor is named Thespian. You're a thespian, named after Thespis. So that's where that comes from. It is a big show. We will have, I think we have to have another $14-15 trillion in debt in the next administration. I don't think they printed enough in this administration to keep the Ponzi scheme going further or fast enough. I think we're in a recession already. The Fed is behind the curve as usual. And they're going to be cutting rates. They got to liquefy this economy because it's built on debt. All this money, the Federal Reserve note, it's built with debt. And so that debt has to continue or else the whole thing falls. The house of debt, the house of cards falls. So it really doesn't matter who becomes president next. Really doesn't, because they're presidents of a corporation, you know, the D.C. corporation, U.S. corporation based in D.C. That's all it is. It's a big scam. It's a big hoax. Unless the white hats really are in control and the whole Q movement was was telegraphing and premonition to the future, preparing us, paving the way for what is going to happen. And we will see justice now that the Hall of Justice has been assembled with Donald Trump, RFK Jr., Tulsi Gabbard, Elon Musk, all the heavy hitters. if it were only true. I guess that remains to be seen. That's the only way out. That's the only hope. Hopefully the republic is restored to a smaller government, at least 90% smaller than it is now, has to be. However, I don't know how it's going to be in time, because we got people coming from the southern border eating cats in Ohio now. Apparently it's a delicacy somewhere else, or at least it's food somewhere else. Eat your pets. Be eating you next. Zombie apocalypse. All right, so don't wish for wish for the apocalypse, but don't wish for Armageddon. You know, there are people that would love to see Armageddon and say, take me home, Jesus. I don't think that's the right solution. I think we need to try and fix these things while we can here, and give it our best shot rather than just, caving in and rolling over. So hopefully there's enough of a revelation, an apocalypse, that we all get it and we all start making decisions to not participate in the vampire casino and turn the tables over, throw the money changers out, and make this a better place. But we have to do that. We have to say no and be done with it, or else it's going to continue. So the continuation, in my mind, is just, believing the illusion, watching the debates. Somebody wins, somebody loses. We keep printing money. Does it really fix anything? People die, people starve. We keep bringing in the hordes. You keep doing the same thing. You really are insane. All right, so what do you do about it? Well, that's up to each and every one of us. You've got the direct hotline to God. You better start talking to him. Get it figured out. Don't put any intermediary between you and the source. That's the first thing you can do. And trust yourself, and trust your instincts, trust your gut. Get yourself positioned with money that's going to last, sound money that lasts when governments fail. There are options to do that, and I'll leave that up to you. And anything can be money if it has value. It offers value to get you real things in life, and there are real things in life that you can have. I mean, you need oxygen, right? You need good food, right? So look at those things, the most basic things you need on a daily basis, and get those things in your possession while you can. Remember what happened during the whole COVID nonsense. You couldn't get anything that you needed, and if you could, it cost you a lot of money. I had to make a purchase earlier this week. I didn't really want to make. I've been putting it off. I shouldn't have put it off as long as I did, but you know what? I got to get it. I got to get it done. I mean, it's got to be finished. Otherwise, if I don't finish it, then something else is not going to benefit. It's going to fall apart, so it needs to be finished. You got to spend the money sometimes. If you got to spend crypto, you got to spend gold, you got to spend silver, you got to spend whatever you have. That's what it's there for. Those are resources for things that are necessary in your life, so that your life doesn't fall apart. So don't let it fall apart. Buy that glue before you need it. All right. Just a quick little rant in the bug. I happened to take a little drive today. Thought I'd better turn the camera on for a change instead of just talking to myself. That's how you get crazy. But check us out on Hash It Out, 4 p.m. Central Time on Blind Dave's channel every week. And we have good content on there. We've got Steak, we got Blind Dave, we got Javier, and me, Clint Westwood. And we go for 2 hours, and there's a lot of good information dropped. A lot of research is done by these guys. Me, not so much. But the rest of them, they definitely bring some good things to the table. And go check it out. It's always a good time. Subscribe to Blind Dave's channel. Hit that notification bell. Hit the thumbs up, every time you see a video. And check me out with the lovely Litecoin Lisa on her channel. Usually around 6 o'clock Central Time. Litecoin Lisa's YouTube channel. We do happy hour. And that's when it really gets nuts. Speaking of which, we're going to do a live happy hour in about 3 or 4 weeks. I don't even know what the date is. The 10th plus, I guess, 3 weeks-ish. We're going to do a live happy hour. All the details are on my website, clintwestwood.net. Big link at the top. Come to these meetups. Get to a meetup. This is free. There's no charge for this stuff. It's at a local bar. It's very laid back. I mean, you can come listen to us. Lisa and I will be doing a live happy hour show like we do every Friday, except we will be in the bar live, and we'll be able to hang out afterwards. And, whatever. Just talk crypto, talk freedom, just get around like-minded people. There are a lot of people coming in from all areas of the United States. We got people coming in from California, from South Carolina, from Connecticut, from Oklahoma, from Texas, from Michigan. I mean, all over the place. You know, all over Puerto Rico. I mean, it's crazy how many people are coming to this, and it's worth your time. It's good to meet like-minded people, and you know, don't get discouraged, you know, about life and these vampires. I mean, you know, they're going to go away at some point. We just have to build networks that make us not dependent on them, and that's really the key. And the way you do that is build a network of good people and relationships so that you can, you know, get things done together rather than depending upon these vampires that run the stuff. And then, you know, you see through it and you're stronger together. And you share information, and you know, that's how you change the world. So come to this meetup. It's just one more way to change your life, change the world, change somebody else's life, because that's exactly what happens. Your life will be changed by coming to this. You'll be different. You have a different way of looking at things. You'll feel better about your views. It's worth it. Okay, so exit that vampire casino. Find those light warriors. Look into the Litecoin. Just saying. It's not dead. Not at all. Just take a look at it. Might want to look a little harder at it than you have in the past. So, all right, get to that meetup. It's October 4th, and all the details are on my website. It's on a Friday, and go to clintwestwood.net. There's a big happy hour link at the top. Click that for all the details, and I hope to see you on Hash It Out and on Happy Hour this week. Hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Take these debates tonight, or debate tonight, worth, you know, what it's worth. It's theater. All right. Exit that vampire stage. Love you all. Hope you have a wonderful day, and always trust yourselves.